So the Punisher and Elektra join with Marvel's Man Without Fear for Season 2 of their hit Netflix original series, Daredevil. After the incarceration of Wilson Fisk, Hell's Kitchen, New York faces upheaval from warring factions, but they have a volatile new enemy who's wiping them all out, who the police have labeled as the Punisher. Daredevil attempts to stop this murderous vigilante, but learns that Frank Castle is a more unstoppable force than he ever could have expected. Meanwhile, Matt Murdock's old flame Elektra returns with steamy and lethal intentions, as the mysterious organization known as the Hand stirs in the underground of New York. As new threats and strains are pitted against Murdock and his alter ego, he must find a way to prevent his city from plunging into chaos and stop the lurking terror that the Hand will stop at nothing to see unleashed. So I don't think anyone can really deny that we are living in a very rich age of comic books being adapted into the live-action medium, with so many movies and, of course, many television series populating and dominating the market right now. And Daredevil Season 1 was absolutely something that just came out and just blew away all expectations, blew people's minds of just how good it was, how just completely defining and defying it was for so many things to just deliver something that good, so much different for the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and just delving into such a great depth and grit and dark story with so many great, rich characters overall. And I'm very much pleased to say that after watching the complete second season of Daredevil, entirely holds up to the quality of Season 1 and still builds upon what Season 1 laid out with its foundations. Season 2 of Daredevil is a very high quality and excellent piece of work here that I thoroughly enjoyed. And I kind of like it a tad bit more in a certain way from Season 1 because, like I said, Season 1 laid out a lot of groundwork, a lot of foundation to build up everything to get you introduced to all the series regulars, all these type of stuff with building up the world, and all these things. Season 2 hits the ground running and just keeps going along on a very tight, excellent pace of itself. There's so much stuff that just don't have to draw things out now. You don't have to really kind of take a gradual pace and kind of draw little moments out. This hits the ground running and goes full bore into its storylines very early on, right from the first episode of the season. This thing is going full bore forward and giving you exactly what you want right out of the gate of it. I very much enjoyed how this thing just started and kept moving along on this fantastic pace through all 13 episodes here. It was great just having that quality where you just, like I said, Season 1 does have that gradual pace to kind of build things up slowly, kind of get you gradually pulled into the characters and get you set up with all these types of things, the backstories, all the type of stuff. This is able to just go right into it, get Daredevil working on stuff right away, dealing with the Punisher, and then moving on to all these other fantastic storylines that the season has to offer here. And very much was hearing that after a couple years ago they got the rights back for the Punisher, they were going to put him in this season of the series, and just like, I think there was like a big like groundswell of excitement when that word came about that Daredevil is going to be facing off against the Punisher here. And Jon Bernthal is fantastic in the role of Frank Castle, and we've had a number of other Punishers, your Dolph Lundgren, Thomas Jane, and Ray Stevenson, and everyone has their own favorites, fans of different one of them. I think all three of the guys, despite the quality of some of the films that they were in, I thought all three men really delivered something good to the character himself. But this is the environment, this is the medium, this is entirely the type of world to inhabit with the Punisher here, because as you saw in Season 1 of Daredevil, this is a dark, gritty, urban, violent type of world, and that is entirely the place where the Punisher thrives so much. And they do so many great things to just accentuate that with the character. And Jon Bernthal's performance as the Punisher, just absolutely incredible. He is just gripping you with that intensity of the Punisher, that just blunt force trauma. But it's nice seeing how as the characters develop, as the season goes along, you get so many different qualities with the character. You get, first off, the blunt force vigilante in here. You see him going through all the violence, and you see the ideology of Frank Castle being explored in one of the best episodes of the season, and just like how you get the characters of the Punisher and Daredevil going through almost an entire episode here, just dealing with their ideologies, how one clashes with the other, why one thinks the other one doesn't work, or why one is wrong, one is right, what the ethics, the moralities, all that type of stuff, all the philosophies involved with their approaches towards crime fighting, and just like a fantastic exploration where you can just have that type of thing where like 90% of the episode is practically that being explored through these two characters and understanding where they come from, the psychologies of each man and how they kind of affect one another. That Matt Murdock kind of struggles through that a little bit in the series, that there are moments where he kind of struggles if he is a half measure, if he isn't as effective as he believes he needs to be or believes he has been in the past, that it really challenges what he thinks about himself and what he's doing. But the fact of the matter is, Jon Bernthal is just absolutely perfect. And how they write the character, how his arc kind of flows through this whole season is absolutely fantastic. It's just like everything that they got rid of everything in the past that never really worked with those other interpretations of the Punisher, and just focus in completely perfectly on every aspect that works so well and identifies the character so much, and getting the depth of emotion this character has deep inside him that drives him towards doing what he does. It's just how they explore that, how they delve into it and see the humanized quality of Frank Castle here, that you get so many things where Castle has a bond built with the character of Karen Page throughout the series that just explores so well, and just so much great chemistry there too, and just like these connections that are forged emotionally with characters, and just kind of bend and turn and do different things and twist around in certain places. But it's just like Jon Bernthal is the Punisher in this film, in this whole series, this season of Daredevil. He is just absolutely fantastic, and it's like how the thing just completely progresses and how you move along in a story. It just like goes through the entire season, and it's just fabulous where it ends up. And just like, absolutely, this is the Punisher, and so glad to see that here. But we also get the addition of Elektra, the woman that Matt Murdock once knew and fell in love with, but is a very dangerous assassin. And Elodie Young really is someone who just kind of comes out of nowhere. It's not someone with a lot of big credits to her name that anyone really terribly recognize, but she delivers. She really delivers as Elektra, just embodying the passion and the mysterious, shady qualities of the character, that she is this very manipulative but also very alluring type of person that just inevitably has to reel Matt Murdock back in from all the dark, trembling, terrible type of stuff they've been through in the past, and just so much that she has such a gravity, such a pull towards her, just how she just portrays the character here, and just the character of Elektra herself just has that magneticism about her, that she is that alluring danger. It's like, you know, she's no damn good for you, but you just can't help but just be drawn towards her. Just has such a fascinating quality. I think she just does a fantastic job just embodying so many qualities and having wonderful, juicy chemistry with Charlie Cox here, that I thought the two of them just melded so perfectly, that just from the first scene you get between them, you just feel that chemistry, that sense of history between the characters, and they just gel so well. You just feel that quality between them, that the kind of wit and the kind of banter they have, go back and forth and everything. You just get those little beats that you can just get the emotion and the conflict between the characters, and just how it just progresses with so much conflict going kind of back and forth between things. They're kind of on the same side, they're kind of allies and they're adversaries back and forth. So it's like great things with that. And even with the Punisher too, that he kind of floats back and forth between, you know, he's always that anti-hero. You're never entirely certain which side he's really kind of fall on, and we got such a moral center of Matt Murdock there. So you got these characters kind of weaving back and forth and kind of shaking up the status quo here, that it's just fantastic. You go into season 2 and just inject these two fantastic characters who you just know they're just gonna shake it all up to living hell and not leave anything as it was before. So you get two very good additions to this cast with John Bernthal and Elodie Young. I thought they just embodied these characters so well, and they just brought the action with them. They're entirely comfortable, entirely believable, and all the action beats in this whole series. I just loved what they brought forth. But also, the returning cast in this thing still delivers such a great thing here that, again, Charlie Cox, absolutely perfect. Absolutely takes on all the new baggage, all the new material that he has to inject into Matt Murdock and just be that center of this entire season. And just like, absolutely fantastic. Just again, everything he did in the first season, still amped up, still adds more to it. And just have some storylines here and obviously new characters that force more of a personal weight upon him. There's a lot more strain upon him in this season. I just thought it was just a great thing to expand upon those qualities of the character, that he has so many of these personal relationships that keep getting strained apart by being Daredevil and taking on all this type of weight that he has, all these burdens. So it's like, it's fantastic that Charlie Cox is still up to the task, still delivers fantastically. And I just thought, you got Foggy Nelson still kind of showing a little bit of backbone in this season. He steps up to the plate and really kind of takes it upon himself to really kind of push himself past some of the personal limitations he feels he has, some of the inadequacies that he feels he has, and just Elden Henson just embodies those qualities so well to just kind of give him a little bit more of a strength, a little bit more backbone, like I said. And Deborah and Woll were just an absolute standout for this season because she has so much stuff to really traverse on such a great emotional level. There's a little bit of a romantic relationship that kind of develops in the whole season with her. And also, like I said, there is a connection built between the characters of Karen Page and Frank Castle that really kind of weaves through the whole season. And she takes on different types of responsibilities, different types of strains and pressures and different types of things. Just like, I thought she was a really strong standout in this whole season alongside John Bernthal. I think they're the two most high quality, most exceptional things to really kind of take out of this whole season that just push things a little bit further past what you expected overall. I think everyone in this cast just hits it so well, and you get a couple little guest stars like Clancy Brown and William Forsythe showing up in this thing, and just like, it was just great seeing those two great actors I really enjoy showing up in a couple key parts in this thing. And just like, cast is just phenomenal here, like it was in season 1, delivering such rich characters that all have their own storylines, all the little thread throughs and everything that kind of make them more fleshed out, develop them further, and just have them be very solid characters overall. And I like how with these stories and plots you have weaving through the entire season, that you do have some great mystery intermingled with all the action here, that there are various plots and kind of conspiracies and different things that really kind of add in the intrigue of hooking you in to see where everything's going to flow to next, with both the Punisher storyline and what ends up being with the Elektra storyline developing into various other things that involve the organization The Hand, which brings on plenty of ninjas in this season. There is no shortage. There's almost a surplus of ninjas in this season. So it's like, there's no shortage of action here. And you get so many damn ninjas that you'll just be overloaded with ninjas by the end of watching this season. And just like, there's so many good things with how they progress the storyline and the characters overall. There's adds in so many intriguing qualities that's so satisfying, so fulfilling, and just like everyone just gets their moments to shine, and everything just flows together so well, and all the plot lines sort of intermingle and converge at certain points to just kind of bring it all together by the end of the whole thing to make it feel like a big cohesive storyline overall, and just like so good with that. And again, like I said, still the action in this series is phenomenally good stuff. Again, the martial arts action, all the stunt work that goes into it, and just so many innovative type of stuff that season 1 you had that fantastic hallway fight, everything done in one shot. They entirely topped that this season with a fantastic fight that, again, all done in one shot, goes through a hallway and all the way down around a spiraling staircase where I have absolutely no idea how they pulled this off. No clue whatsoever. I cannot imagine how they actually shot this thing, but it just came off so fantastically. Like, it's such an ambitious type of thing that, like, they wanted to top it. And they absolutely did that, and they came up with something very innovative, very much surprising too, and just like the quality action just hits hard. And it's like, this season's even more graphic and more violent than the first, because you got the Punisher there, and you got Elektra slitting people's throats, and the Punisher blowing people's faces off, stuff like that. So many headshots with guns and everything. He's just absolutely fucking brutal, and just like, it's entirely what you want from the Punisher. Pretty much entirely what you want from Elektra, just going out, impaling people, blowing people away, all this type of stuff. It does not pull punches at freaking all. This is, again, TVMA, mature audiences only. So it's like, it goes right for that, embraces, goes even further than what season 1 did, which did a lot of stuff, but this just pushed it further with the violence and the gore and all the graphic type of stuff. It just like, it just hit harder, just like a really hard R type of action vehicle, whatnot, that just delivered so much. Like, you want the brutality. If it's the Punisher, you want it to go that far, and they really do deliver it so exquisitely well, and just like, all that stuff looks so good on screen. They delivered so much great thing with the choreography, the cinematography of how they shot everything, how everything is edited together, just like all the effects used to pull off all that stuff just looks fabulous. When you just got all these ninjas all over the place, you're scaling buildings or dropping out of places, or just all the fantastic fights you just have. The action here is just so pleasing and so intense and so damn good. I just enjoyed every second of this whole thing. I was just like, I loved watching this season so much as the first one. Even more so because, again, there's more pace, tighter pace, faster pace, more stuff to traverse, more storylines, more characters, but it all still is handled so perfectly well. Everything just has the right tempo to it. Everything is delved into the right amounts and keeps the pace going very, very well, and just keeps you hooked into the whole thing. Everything is just so well done in this season, same as the first. This is a series that is, again, on an even plane. I'm not going to say if season 1 is overall better than season 2, but at least as good as it, because I haven't watched all of season 1 since I first watched it almost a year ago, so kind of unfair to just come right out and just be a little bit overly passionate about it to say that type of thing, but like, it's at least on an even plane of quality, going from the first season and progressing and expanding and kind of picking up the tempo of things with season 2. They keep going off on bigger storylines, more in-depth storylines, just different types of stuff that just employs so many different things, that just builds on top of what you laid on the ground in the first season. I can't say anything bad about this season at all, to be honest with you. There's just nothing I saw that didn't work, nothing that fell off, nothing that didn't feel was just expertly executed, and didn't also throw in a couple of surprises here and there that were so pleasing to me that, like, I just enjoyed what this season had to offer. Jon Bernthal as the Punisher, fantastic. Action's fantastic. The storyline's great, which still leaves so many things to build upon when they go into, where it is, season 3, or bring all the Netflix and Marvel series together for the Defenders event. Just great stuff that they're building up still, but still giving you a full enclosed season with own good tie-offs and good satisfaction to where these storylines have built towards, while leaving a little bit of something to build upon later on. So it's like, still good. Still damn good. Just like, I could go on and talk about so many things, but it's like, it's just so good. Just watch it. Didn't want to give any spoilers because a lot of people have not seen it by the time I've released this, the day after or so that it was actually premiered on Netflix. So, spoiler free for you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. And like, if you enjoyed season 2, definitely post your comments below. Tell me what you just absolutely loved about it, or just your general opinions overall. If there were a couple of things that you didn't feel like quite worked so well for you, definitely throw that in there. Kind of discuss about what maybe did or did not work, if you felt that way. But I just thought so many things just hit off so well, and again, just so refreshing to see a version of the Punisher that just hits and fires on all cylinders, and just like sets up the character so extremely well. I was just so pleased with how they executed the character. Amazing. Overall, this entire season just hit everything I wanted and followed up on all the storylines I wanted from season 1 into season 2. Fantastic. So, comments below, guys. Thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed what I had to offer you, get you kind of jacked up to go jump on Netflix, watch the season, as much as you can, as soon as you can. And luckily I had the day off to actually do that. And like, it was such a satisfying experience. And like, I'd love to just go and do it all over again. So that's major thumbs up for myself, and hopefully thumbs up from you guys too. So I should be back very soon with a little bit more superhero action, this time on the DC side of things. Maybe getting a Batman movie review done for you guys soon in anticipation for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. And we'll see where things go after that point. So thanks for watching, guys. Daredevil Season 2 on Netflix. Comments below. And thanks, guys, for watching. Be back soon, so take care. Bye-bye.